everyone, welcome to KSTYLEyo for another live streaming. Sorry for the delay, my OBS got crashed just about to launch it, so I had to restart the software. Hello everyone. 감사합니다.
Welcome to KSTYLEyo for another live streaming.
Oh, my. Just one sec. Okay. I'm also playing it in my phone and then it has a delay. Hi. Welcome. So today is gonna be an interesting topic. This is about Halloween. Today is a Halloween day, October 31st. This is a bit interesting because we're gonna take a peek what is going on in South Korea right now. In the midst of the coronavirus, are they still getting together for Halloween parties? No clue. It's also interesting for me because when I lived in South Korea, we had nothing to do with Halloween parties. Like nobody knew, I don't want to say nobody, at least all the people that I knew didn't know about Halloweens. Even if they knew, they only know it from Hollywood movies, right? So nobody was dressing up, nobody was putting out pumpkins. But nowadays, this is more like the culture in South Korea, and people have adopted. I guess because of the globalization, more people go to South Korea to teach English and travel, so they kind of bring different aspects about other culture. So people enjoy this, especially when it comes to Halloween. It's kind of fun. So I'm not too sure if they actually go for trick or treat because not a lot of people live in houses, they live in apartments. So it may be a little tricky. So maybe they're kind of having a fusion version of Halloween. So we're gonna take a look at an article today and read through. But we're not gonna read the entire article because it's a little long. But if you wanna take time and read through the article on your own time, you can click the link in the description box and go to the Naver news article. But for now, today, I have picked 5 sentences to go through together. Okay? Hi, Tiffany. Nikki, Halloween, happy Halloween. Alex, Full Metal. Maria, hello from Peru. I love to visit there. Rachel, happy Reformation Day. What's that mean? Is it another word for happy Halloween? Okay, thank you so much for popping by, Nikki. You have to study ancient Greek. That's also fun too. Good luck on your test. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the study board. Let me know if you can see this part. Otherwise, I have to kind of rearrange the system here. But let me know if you can at least read this text. Hello, Barbara. Welcome. Excellent. Spain. Spanish. Brazil. I love it. Step out. Wow. It's multicultural party here. We are having a Halloween party in this live chat. From Greece. Oh, another person from Greece. Yeah. Okay, so I'm from South Korea, but I live in Canada. So happy Halloween from Canada. But we're reading Halloween articles about South Korea today. So this is the bottom part that I have picked. Like I mentioned, I have picked 5 sentences. The first one is the most difficult one actually. But I wanted to show you the sentences in a chronological manner. So this ends up being the most difficult and it's gonna be easier and easier. Okay, so the first one, this is the part. 신종 코로나 바이러스 감염증 코로나19. You guys know what it is, right? 확진자가 나흘째 세 자릿수를 기록한 가운데 헬로윈 데이인, they say 헬로윈. 31일 밤 서울 이태원과 홍대, 강남 등 서울 번화가들은 초저녁부터 축제 분위기의 인파로 북적였다. This is one sentence. As you can see, I have picked here on the bottom. I'm gonna read again. 신종 코로나 바이러스 감염증 코로나19 확진자가 나흘째 세 자릿수를 기록한 가운데 헬로윈 데이인 31일 밤 서울 이태원과 홍대, 강남 등 서울 번화가들은 초저녁부터 축제 분위기의 인파로 북적였다. Let me know if you want me to read through certain words here because it's such a long sentence. And also take a guess what they're talking about. We hear corona for sure. Is there something else that you hear? You hear Seoul, I guess? Seoul? Itaewon is another district. Okay? Inside Seoul. Seoul, Itaewon. Maybe that's why there is no comma. So, Itaewon, Hongdae, Gangnam, they're all different places inside Seoul. These are like really fun places to go. If you visit South Korea in the future, these are fun places for hang out with friends. They have lots of parties and clubbing and things like that. But obviously, during coronavirus, they don't have clubs open. But I think through this article, I noticed that they still have restaurants open that serve alcohol. Oh, Itaewon class, that's right. Itaewon. This is one place, right? Itaewon. This place is actually well known. More well known for various reasons now. But back in the day, Itaewon was well known for the place where a lot of foreigners or military soldiers will go there. And it's more like foreigner city. So if you go there, a lot of city signs are written in English. So people who don't know Korean, they just want to visit South Korea and kind of walk around, but they still want to be in the English zone. You can stay in Itaewon. Bye bye, Agi. Oh, is it Agi or Agi? That means baby. Bye bye. So let's see. I think Tiffany wrote something. I only understand coronavirus. Hongdae. Okay, so you said all the things that, it's easier to remember right now. 신종 coronavirus. What is 신종? Let's go through word for word. S means subject, O means object, V, verb, M is a miscellaneous word. We're gonna use these colors to define. 신종. 신 has meaning of new. Do you guys know 신라면? 신라면 actually. 신라면. Has another meaning for spicy. Ramen that is spicy. 신라면. Here, 신 has meaning of new. It's associated to Chinese character. 종 means species. Associated to Chinese character. 신인, newcomer. 신인, maybe they say that. Not sure. I don't know if I ever used it. 신인, maybe we say. 신종, new species, which is coronavirus. 감염증. 감염 is a noun, which is infection. 증, symptom, infectious symptom. So you can think of it as infectious disease. If you look this up, probably shows you infectious disease. So corona-19, 확진자. Can you guys guess? This is subject particle. I guess maybe I should quiz you guys first. Maybe the main verb, main subject, but this is a little complicated sentence. But do you guys want to guess? I already mentioned this is subject, but let's take a look at what is the main verb then. What's main verb? So, this is not a tricky question. When I ask you what's the main verb in a sentence, super easy. Korean sentences have main verb at the end of the sentence, right? 북적이다. 북적이다 is main verb. Okay? But if there is a conjunction, verb conjunction in this sentence, we may find a different verb. Okay? But 북적이다, look up this word. This is to be crowded. Okay? Be crowded. Have your pen and paper ready so you can take notes while watching this. So, what is crowded? Is this subject crowded or something else is crowded? 확진자. Now let's go back to 확진자. 확진자 means confirmed cases. Confirmed cases. Okay? 자 actually has meaning of person, patient. 나흘째. 나흘째. This means what? Fourth day. Okay? 째 has meaning of th. In English, you guys say th, right? Fourth day, 나흘째. 나흘 has the meaning of 4 day. Okay? Fourth day, 나흘째. 세 자릿수. 세 자릿수. This is object, right? 세 is 3. 자릿수. Okay? 자릿수, 자리. If you look at 자리 only. Position, right? Or it means sit. Or position. 자리. 자리에 앉으세요. Take a seat, right? So, 수 means number, digit, right? When they're put together, you add s underneath. 자릿수. So, which means 세 자릿수, third digit. Okay? It's not one digit. It's a multiple digit, which is third digit. 세 자릿수. 기록한 가운데. 기록하다. 기록하다. What's that mean? This becomes, 뱃살. 배 is stomach or belly. 살 is flesh. But you interpret it as fat. 뱃살 means fat on your belly. But you don't say 배살. You say 뱃살. Right, that's right. So 기록하다, report or record. But this is more like record. You know, record. You're hitting the record. What kind of record? Third digit. 4 days in a row. So which means the confirmed cases are what? It sounds like a lot. They're almost giving you a hint. Oh, maybe the number of confirmed cases are hitting the record to the third digit, 4 days in a row. This is adjective. Adjective 가운데. How would you say this? Adjective 가운데. I see. 춘천 기록. I see. 가운데 means among or in the middle. But you can interpret it as in the midst of. This is going on. In the midst of, this is going on. So technically this subject is not main subject. This is adjective clause. In the midst of this thing is going on, what happens? That's right. 중. It's equivalent, but in this context, 기록한 중에. I think 가운데 sounds better, but they have the same meaning. 가운데 and 중에. Halloween day in. You guys know Halloween day. In. Adjective from be verb. 이다. Describing 31일 밤. 31st. 밤. Night. Right? 31st, which is the Halloween day. Night. So this is also adjective clause. Let me know if you have any questions. Just stop me at any time. Okay? We all here to learn. So if you want me to reread something, if you want me to re-explain something, just let me know. 서울, 이태원과 홍대, 강남 등. So number 1, number 2, number 3. So 3 different places in Seoul. 등. What is 등? 등, is it back? 등 has a meaning of back. Or it could be etc. etc. 서울, 이태원과 과 and noun, right? 서울, 이태원과 홍대, 강남 등 etc. Those kind of places, what? 서울 번화가들은 subject, right? 서울 번화가. 번화가. This is a 번화하다. To be 번화가, think of it as main street. 번화하다 is something is very well established. A lot of people stay there or go there. 번화하다. So lots of things going. 번화가. 가 has meaning of street here. 번화가. Main street. Think of it as main street, plural. So 초저녁부터. 초저녁. Starting from. Or you can just say from the early evening. 초저녁부터. 축제 분위기에. 축제 분위기에. What is 축제? 할로윈 축제. Right? Halloween festival. 축제. This is festival. 분위기, atmosphere. Noun and noun. But you can think of it as a festive atmosphere. Right? In English, sometimes you see it adjective, noun. In Korean, you may see multiple nouns. We tend to combine nouns together. Okay? Compound nouns. 축제 분위기에 인파로. 인파로. We learned this one before. 인파. This is associated to Chinese character. In person. 파. Sea of people. So lots of people. by. 북적였다. So we just went through everything. What is the main subject here then? Can you guys guess? We know main verb, 북적였다, right? It was crowded. What was crowded? And in this sentence, we don't have main object because the verb is to be, passive, to be crowded. So what was crowded? All the places listed. You mean here? The districts. Oh, I see. That's right. You can also simply think Seoul Main Street. That's right. 번화가들. So Seoul Main Street. was crowded by the sea of people to the festival atmosphere from the early evening. Can you imagine? You actually see so many people. I'm gonna show you this picture in this article. Can you see? In Canada right now, Canada is like one of the largest countries in the world, and the population is half the size of South Korea. Just South Korea, not including North Korea. So the land is so massive. So even if we try not to have social distance, it ends up being social distance. But here, in Seoul, you try to do a social distance, but it's very difficult because in the nature of having a big city with so many people, when you go out, once you step outside, they're just people, right? I remember back in the day, I just go out and then I always squeeze between people, or we hit each other between elbows, right? And unless it is really bad hit, bump into each other, you don't really even say sorry because everyone is busy with getting by. They always have destination to aim at. So you almost hitting each other, it's like that's very normal. But foreigners who visit South Korea, probably they're not used to those close proximity with strangers, right? But that's something that you have to take consideration. So in the first episode, Itaewon class drama, they showed the Itaewon district full of foreigners and Koreans. Yeah, that's right. Oh, dressed up. Okay, so that was Halloween, I guess. Sounds like New York too. Yeah, that's right. Rachel is from New York, so she understands. Okay. So this is what's going on. I have not seen these many people recently, so I'm just excited to see so many people here. Just from this article, look. Whoa, so many. So let's go back. So in the midst of hitting the record, 3 digits, 4 days in a row. Oh, okay. Confirmed cases are hitting the record. Let's backtrack. In the midst of the fact that new coronavirus, infectious disease, confirmed cases are hitting the record, 3rd digits, 4 days in a row. 31st night of Halloween Day. Seoul, Itaewon, and Hongdae, Gangnam, etc. Seoul main streets was crowded by the people to festive atmosphere from early evening. 이해돼요? Who is visiting? What visit though? I don't understand who is visiting. What do you mean? There is nothing about visit. Did I say visit? No, there is no word for visit here. Let me know. Maybe I said it. Yeah, so a lot of people here. Oh, 3rd digit. I see. 3rd digit. So confirmed cases are hitting the record, right? To the 3rd digit. So a lot of 000. Okay, maybe not 0. Let's say over 100 people, I guess, right? That is the third digit, right? So confirmed cases are over 100. That's what it means. So third digit. No, good that we clarify. 그러면 let's move on to number 2. Good job, guys, because number 1 was the most difficult. So which now number 2, pretty simple, right? So let's move a little bit. Which one did I pick? 특히. So this part was also very long. I just skipped that one. Oh, this one, right? This part, I picked this part. 특히 이태원은 헬로윈 분위기를 만끽할 수 있는 성지로 꼽혀온 만큼 수많은 인파가 몰렸고 방역 수치 곳곳에서 지켜지지 않았다. Actually, maybe I'm gonna 꼽혀온 만큼 they're together. 꼽혀온 만큼. Yeah. So again, 특히 이태원은 헬로윈 분위기를 만끽할 수 있는 성지로 꼽혀온 만큼 수많은 인파가 몰렸고 방역 수칙도 곳곳에서 지켜지지 않았다. So what do you guys see here? We see 이태원. Okay? Hi, hidden boy, welcome. What else do you see? This is a little shorter sentence, but it's got some difficult words, I think. Let me put this one next to it. Like this. Okay. 특히 이태원은. So think about the main verb again. I'm gonna ask you the same question. What's the main verb here? When you read sentence, it sounds like it's such a long sentence, but main verb always what? At the end of the sentence. 지켜지지 않았다. Okay? So, 지 않다. This is negation. 지켜지다. 지켜지다. To become kept. Because 지다 is part of the verb, this is passive. 지키다, this is to keep something. 약속 지켜, keep your promise. 약속 지켜. Here, 지켜지다, to become kept. Okay? That's why you see two of the same syllable, 지켜지지. Okay? So what is the main subject, do you guys think? Can you guys guess? I guess main subject is related to this verb. If we have conjunction, you may find more verbs. But what is not kept? Who can guess? What's not kept? You may be wrong, you may be right. 50-50 chance. Take a guess. 수직. Okay, you mean 수칙, right? Possible. Okay, I give you the meaning. 방역 수칙. This is quarantine rules. Does it make sense? Quarantine rules were not kept. Sounds pretty good, right? Quarantine rules were not kept. Okay. So how about all these other parts? maybe we have conjunction. So, what conjunction do you guys see? I see a conjunction here, verb conjunction. Here, right? Go. This is and conjunction. 몰렸고. So this is the verb. 몰리다. 몰리다 verb. Okay? 몰리다. 몰리다, to be gathered. To be gathered. So what is gathered? What's gathered? 인파. Oh, that's possible. People gather, right? So maybe it's possible. 인파, sea of people were gathered. Okay? So I think that's good. That's pretty good. But we look at 이태원. Another subject. Okay, so why the hell? This is another subject. So let's take a look at one by one now. Good work. 특히, especially. 이태원, that's the place in Seoul, right? 이태원, 할로윈 분위기를 we already learned this word, Halloween atmosphere. 만끽하다. Can you guess? This is a verb because you see 알 수 있다, right? Verb root plus 알 수 있다. What is this? If the verb root ends with a vowel, you add R. If the verb root ends with a consonant, you add 을. This is can, right? Can do this verb. Verb here is 만끽하다. Look up this verb, 만끽하다. So, people can fully enjoy. 만끽하다. This is fully enjoy. Fully enjoy this Halloween atmosphere. 성지로 꼽혀. 성지로 in Naval Dictionary it says as a sacred place. But you can think of it as a place, like special place, I guess. 꼽혀오다. 꼽혀오다. This is a verb. That's right. 마음껏 has the same meaning, but that's not a verb. 만끽하다 is a verb. 만끽하다. And 마음껏. I don't know. That is considered as a noun. 만끽 is a noun. 만끽 is a noun. 마음껏 해. Do as you please. 마음껏. Do something as you fully enjoy. Right? But you don't say 만끽. But we use 만끽하다. That's why. Anyway, it has the same meaning, pretty much. 꼽혀오다. So let's break it down. 꼽히다. What is 꼽히다? This is also passive. 꼽히다. To be selected. But why do we see 오다 here? Verb conjugative. The verb conjugative root. 오다. Cherry blossom. Which one? Cherry blossom. Ah, you mean 꽃피다. You mean 꽃? 꽃 is flower. 피다. Flower blooms, right? flower blooms. This is 꽃피다, but sounds like the same thing, right? 꽃피다. 꽃펴오다. It has been selected this way. So it has the sense. It has been selected not just once, it's like multiple times. What has been selected as the sacred place? 이태원. How about this part? It's describing the sacred place, right? Especially, Itaewon has been selected as the sacred place where people can fully enjoy Halloween atmosphere. 이해돼요? But here 온 만큼, so verb adjective 만큼 here. As much as. As much as. As much as, especially Itaewon has been selected as the sacred place where people can fully enjoy Halloween atmosphere. Okay? As much as this, 수많은 인파가 몰렸고, 수많은. This is countless. 많은, a lot of, 수 count. But in English you say countless, right? A lot of sea of people. 몰렸고 was gathered. People were gathered. And conjunction and 방역 수칙도. It's actually, I don't know why I have tongue twisting here. 방역 수칙도. Also, or it could be even. 방역 수칙, I already mentioned quarantine rules. Was also or even were not kept in places. Not just one place, places. 곳곳에서. Okay? So many people have gathered and quarantine rules were not kept in places because this is a special day for Itaewon, Itaewon people who enjoy the Halloween atmosphere in Itaewon. 이해돼요? So main verb 지켜지다, main subject 방역수칙, but we have another verb because we have conjunction 몰리다, and another subject related to this verb is 인파. So this is two clauses, first clause and second clause. 곳들. Why not 곳들? We can also say 곳들. I'm trying to 도시들, 곳들, 그런 곳들. I think I could also use 곳들. I feel like if I have the verb adjective describing the places, I may use 곳들. But here, they're just talking about places. Maybe that's why they use 곳곳에서 instead of 곳들. But if I say 파는 곳들, places where they sell something. 파는 곳들. I'm not gonna say 파는 곳곳. Can I say 파는 곳곳에서? I don't know. It sounds a bit awkward. Like 명명. I cannot say for sure it's like that. But Korean people tend to repeat the same syllable to emphasize it's more than one. Okay, I guess it's a nuance difference. So, hope that understand. I hope that helps you out. 질문 있어요? 안녕하세요, 아시카. Welcome. 질문 있나요? This is the second sentence. It gets easier and easier. We have total 5 sentences today. Okay? So Itaewon, they're full of people right now. Still Halloween there. And then the next one, 해가 지며. So I jump to the next paragraph. 해가 지며. No, Tiffany. Just please feel free to ask questions. It's not just about somebody who understands or wants to leave comments. It's about everyone. Even if you don't understand, you can ask questions. Even if you understand, okay. Alex, Fumeru, Rachel, 질문이 없어요. Okay. That's good. But if you ask more questions, maybe it helps other people too. So good. So this one, third sentence. 해가 지며 점점 인파가 불어나더니 오후 9시께에는. This is weird. I don't know. Maybe the author has some accent. I don't know. I never heard somebody saying 9시께에는. Weird. I read this article and thinking, oh, that part is a bit awkward. 술집 내 빈 테이블을 찾을 수가 없을 정도였다. I'm gonna read again. 해가 지면 점점 인파가 불어나더니 오후 9시께에는 술집 내 빈, you have to pause here. 술집 내 빈 테이블을 찾을 수가 없을 정도였다. If you understand the context, it's easier for you to know when to pause. 술집 내, you have to pause here. 빈 테이블을 찾을 수가 없을 정도였다. If you want to improve your pronunciation or you want to speak naturally like Korean, I made a video in this channel. How you can put emphasis in sentences. Because I have asked my students when I used to teach Korean in person, let them read articles, right? Sometimes they emphasize on the first syllable. But I don't think we do that. 해가 지며 점점 인파가 불어나더니 pause 오후 raise 오후 9시께는 it's like almost raising intonation at the end of the word. 술집 내 빈 테이블을 찾을 수가 없을 정도였다. So when the sun goes down, okay? So let's break it here because this is one clause. 해가, the sun, right? 해가 지다. This is the verb we use for this context. Sun goes down. 해가 지다. 지다 has different meaning. 게임에 지다. You lose the game. Here, sun goes down. 며, conjunction, while. 해가 지며 or 지면서. You can use either or. While the sun goes down. 점점, gradually. Like, earlier we just said 곳곳. Right? 점점. Repeat again. Gradually. 점점. 인파, sea of people. 불어나더니. The verb here is what? 불어나다. Look up this verb. 불어나다. 더니, conjunction. This clause caused what comes after. Okay? So you can even think of it as 인파가 불어나다 due to this. Due to this. And this happened. Okay? This is caused by this, and then this happened. Oh, 슬슬. You mean 슬슬. That's right. 슬슬. It has similar meanings. Yeah. 슬슬. I think we learned it in one of the webtoon series. 슬슬 갈까? We should get going, right? Gradually, let's go. We should, but in English you say get going, right? We should get going. 슬슬 갈까? Shall we? Like, should we get going? 인파가 불어나다. Did you guys look it up? 불어나다. This is to become bigger. Increased. Okay? 불어나다. So the sea of people even increased. Okay? Sea of people sounds like there are already a lot of people, but increased. Due to this, what happened? 오후 9시께는. Like I say, it sounds weird. 9시에는. But sometimes we use 게 like 그저께에는, the day before yesterday, 그저께에는, 그저께, or something like that. But with the time, I don't really use 게 here. It's weird. I see that one in songs a lot. 오후 in the afternoon. So PM, 9. In English, you say 9 p.m. Korean, PM, 9. Always backwards. Pretty much, right? 오후 9시. 에는 time particle. As for. So this is not subject particle. As for that time. Compared to AM, maybe. Compared to any other times in the PM. Who knows? But we are comparing. But as for 9 p.m. 술집 내. What is 술집? 술, alcohol. 집, house. We tend to use 집, house for restaurants. Okay? 중국집. We say 중국집. Chinese house, as in Chinese restaurant, 중국집. It sounds very homey when you call restaurant 집. It's like they're making a homemade food, right? Maybe that's why. 술집, it's alcohol home, as in bars. Okay? 술집, bar. 내, within. Inside or within. This is probably associated to Chinese character. 내 has meaning of inside. Yeah, 맛집. 맛 is taste or flavor. 집, house. Flavor house as in places that are very popular for their food. So 맛집 tends to be the place, restaurants that is specialized in one item. Just remember, because in Korea everything is competition. You have to stand out, having one distinctive item that is really good. So people go there to taste that one thing, you know? 맛집. That's like specialized, well-known restaurant. And 맛집. Good. So, 빈 table. So this is what? 빈. The verb adjective. 비다. 비다, to be empty. I don't know why I'm pointing at my head. People say 머리가 비다. Your head is empty, as in you're stupid. 머리가 변냐? Your head is empty? Sometimes they say. Empty tables. 을 object particle. 찾을 수가 없을 정도였다. Again, the verb 찾다. What? What is 찾다? I don't have enough space here. When I read articles, I don't have enough real estate. 찾다. Find. Find empty tables. 울 수가 없다. This is here. Earlier we talked about 울 수 있다. Here 없다 means negation, can't. If you have a question, why do we have 가 here and sometimes we don't see? I made a video about this. If you want to learn more, you can find the video in this channel. But simply, this is actually a noun, subject noun. Okay? Subject noun does not exist. But sometimes we have subject particle here or sometimes not. But it doesn't change any meaning. 찾을 수가 없다. Can't find empty tables. So 을 정도였다. Describing 정도. 정도 is what? And then 였다, be verb. 정도, degree. It was up to the point, you can think. It was up to the point that people cannot find empty tables within bars at 9 p.m. There was no space. It was so crowded. It was up to the point, right? Can you imagine? Can you guys imagine? Rachel, you said New York is like Seoul when it comes to how crowded people are. Is that what's happening in New York right now if you go out on Halloween? I guess Halloween night hasn't come yet right now, right? But can you imagine when you go out, you see the sea of people like in South Korea? Can you imagine? I haven't been to New York in such a long time, so I don't know what's going on. But it seems like in South Korea, just through the news, they try to be very efficient with testing and treating people in a efficient manner. But at the same time, the regulations are not really forcing people. I mean, it's more like voluntary behavior. They're not saying you have to stay inside and lock down. It's not like that. It's been kind of crazy. Okay, not that bad though. Okay. So let's see again. 해가 지면 why the sun goes down? Gradually, people were increased. Due to this, at 9 p.m., it was up to the point that people cannot find empty tables within bars. 질문 있어요? 질문이 없으면 4번으로 가요. 두 문장 더 있어요, 오늘. 4번. So next one, which one did I pick? Maybe it's right here. How do you say trick or treat? I don't know. You know why? Like I mentioned, I never dealt with trick or treat in South Korea. Because we never had those kind of culture when I grew up. I moved to Canada about 12 years ago. Now, I guess it was 2009 I moved here. Before, we didn't do anything. Like literally. Even if people are celebrating now, I suspect they don't do trick or treat because people live in apartments. I don't know how to say trick or treat. 그냥 이렇게 말할까요? 사탕 있으면 주세요. If you have candies, please give me. But I prefer chocolate. 초콜릿 있으면 주세요. 사탕 말고, not candies. So here, think this is the one that I picked. This one. 코스튬 플레이를 하는 이들이 길 한복판에서 자세를 취하며 사진을 찍을 땐 교통체증이 빚어지며 거리두기가 이루어지지 않았다. 아, 그래요? Apartments. Wow. Interesting. Maybe they're gonna start there. I will ask my mom if they have some kids coming by. But they're gonna have to take stairs because normally apartment is pretty tall. You cannot just hit every elevator floor and then get out, right? It's very congested then. Okay, so what is the main verb here? 이루어지다. 지지 않다. This is negation. 이루어지다. Sometimes you see it as 이루어. 이루어지다. It's shortened to 이루어지다. Passive, right? You can see 지다 in the verb means passive. 이루어지다. To become accomplished. 꿈을 이루다. You make your dream come true, right? Accomplish your dream. This one, to be accomplished, but not accomplished. Not. So what is not accomplished here? Who can guess here? And it seems like I see multiple clause. I can give you a hint. Yeah. This is verb conjunction, right? In that case, we're gonna find verb with the conjunction. So 취하다 is a verb, 찍다 verb, 빚어지다 verb. Okay? But 이루어지다, to be accomplished. What is associated to be accomplished? Imagine what's not accomplished. Do you guys know? 거리두기. Take a guess. 가. 교통체증 이. Subject particle. So this is actually pretty easy. 거리두기. This is social distancing. Living distance. Living 거리 두다. Okay? 두다 is live, right? 두다. 두다 is a verb. Made it into a noun by adding 기, right? 두다. 거리 두다. Live distance. So 거리두기 is, think of it as social distancing. Was not accomplished. Here 교통체증이 빚어지다. To become made. What is made? What is created? 교통체증. Traffic congestion. Traffic congestion was created. 빚다 is make. But in this context is used as maybe created. Congestion was created. And then 찍다 is the verb. Maybe let's go through from the beginning. But we don't see any other verb here with the conjunction. So maybe start from the beginning. Costume play. Object particle. What is costume play? You guys know. Costume play. People who dress up. Usually people who love cartoon, right? They dress up like the cartoon characters. costume play. 하는 이들이. 하는 이들이. These people. Oh, is that how you say cosplay? Is that how you say cosplay? In Korean, we say costume play. Oh, interesting. So, 이들, these people. These people, or think of it as these, who do cosplay. 길 한복판에서 길 street 한복판 in the middle of it 에서 on the street in the middle of it 한복판 I don't know if I can center just one sec I'm gonna look it up yeah you can also say middle center yeah so in the middle of the street you can think 에서 Oh, I see. You used to do. Isn't that why you became makeup artist? Because you loved it so much? 자세를 취하다. 자세를 object particle. That's right. But you don't say 길 중에. 한복판. Normally it's associated to street. 예? 길 한복판. 중 is more broad. It could be used with a verb or it could be a noun, but in the middle of anything. It could be an action. 한복판 is associated to some kind of position, like a location. So 자세, this posture, I guess pose, 취하다. Here, 자세를 취하다, they go together. It's like take a pose. Okay? 취하다 has different meaning. 술에 취하다. It's like be drunk. Right? 술에 취하다, to become drunk to alcohol. Intoxicated. Has also other meanings to take. Choose. Or such other things. But here in this context, 자세를 취하다, take a pose in the middle of the street, right? So I guess cosplay, they want to take pose. While doing that, this is conjunction. While doing that, 사진을 찍을 땐, 사진을, pictures, 찍다, take, or stamp, right? But stamp picture becomes take pictures. Verb root, 을 땐. What is this? And you see N here, this is as for. As for, comparison. 을 땐, verb root ends with a consonant, you add 을 땐. When, right? When they take pictures, as for, as in not when they do other things, but when they take pictures and take pose in the middle of the street. What happened? 교통체증, like I mentioned, traffic congestion was created. While that's going on, social distancing was not accomplished. 이해돼요? 질문 있으면 물어보세요. 코스튬 플레이를 하는 이들이 길 한복판에서 자세를 취하며 사진을 찍을 땐 교통체증이 빚어지며 거리두기가 이루어지지 않았다. I give you one tip. When you read sentences like this, try to record. I guess any phrases in Korean, if you want to improve speaking, I'm pretty sure the reason why you're learning Korean is not just about reading it. You want to speak or communicate with Korean people, right? So try to record your voice. Otherwise, it's really difficult to correct where is wrong and where is good. Okay? That's right. So we had multiple conjunctions here, but fairly easier because this is the shorter sentences. 질문이 없으면 5번으로 넘어갑니다. 마지막 문장. 이건 쉬워요. 갈수록 쉽다고 했죠, 제가? 그러면 아래로 내려갈게요. So they asked somebody. Here. Actually, previously they also said they've been waiting for Halloween because they wanted to have some festive mood, right? But they also said 코로나가 무섭긴 하지만 마스크 쓰고 조심하면 된다고 생각한다고 자신의 생각을 밝혔다. 코로나가 무섭긴 하지만 마스크 쓰고 조심하면 된다고 생각한다고 여러 가지 so many go 자신의 생각을 밝혔다. Actually, this is part of the quotation. This is part of the quotation. So here, what is the main verb? What's the main verb? 밝히다. At the end of the sentence. 밝히다. Look up this verb. If you don't know this meaning, 밝히다. To reveal. To express. What? What did they reveal? 자신의 생각을. The person, herself, himself, or themself, right? 자신 is self. Possessive thought. They express their thoughts. And this is a quotation. So let's look at inside the quotation here. So inside the quotation, where is the main verb? What's the main verb? Inside the quotation. Who can guess? 찍어보세요. 찍어보세요. Take a guess. That's what it means. 찍어보세요. 생각한다. This is a verb. 생각하다. 생각하다. To think, right? 생각 is a noun. Thought. Think that. Think that. 엔다고 생각하다. I think that. So this is actually the main verb inside the quotation. I think that, and this is another clause. 그 clause, which is that clause, right? So if you look at this that clause, the main verb 아야카타 is correct. So inside this that clause, 되다 is the main verb. I think that 되다. This is the main verb. Okay? So 되다, become, or to be okay has multiple meanings. I'm gonna go with okay. It's okay. Here what? What conjunction? If you do this, if, right? It's okay if what? 조심하면. What's the 조심하다 verb? 조심하다. Be careful. If you're being careful. And what? Conjunction. 쓰다. Use. Use what? Mask. 쓰다 has multiple meanings also. 쓰다. Here is use. Use mask. Oh, it could be use or wear. Wear. Has meaning of wear too. 모자를 쓰다. wear a hat. 모자를 쓰다. Here also 마스크 쓰다. So wear mask. So it could go either way. It could be use mask or wear mask, right? Okay. So let's go start from the beginning here. 코로나가 무섭긴 하지만 coronavirus 무섭긴 하지만 무섭긴 하다지만 but Corona is something, I'm not gonna say yet, something, but if you wear masks and be careful, then it's okay. That's what I think. I think that, right? So how about this one? 무섭긴 하다. So verb here is 무섭다. What is 무섭다? Oh, I see. If you use 괜찮다 here, it works. 조심하면 괜찮다고 생각해요. It works. But 되다 has more meanings. 되다 has multiple meanings. Become. To be okay. And then to be, if you use with other particles, it could be permission, may, as a permission and things like that. But in this context is to be okay, so you could use 괜찮다. That's right. But in different contexts, you may have different meanings for 되다. But 괜찮다 is always to be okay. 괜찮아요. Okay, it's okay, right? So here 무섭다 is just to be scary. 무섭긴 하다. I mentioned this before. If you make the verb into a noun, 긴 하다, 기는 하다. This one, I split the verb with does or is, things like that. So it's a very subtle nuance difference. 무섭긴 하다. It does seem scary. It is scary. So in English, people would put emphasis by the accent. Corona is scary. Instead of Corona is scary. Corona is scary. But is be verb, that's why it's not obvious. But if I use verb like Corona harms people, let's say. Corona harms people, then I'm gonna break it into Corona does harm people. It's like acknowledgement. Corona does harm people. You know the distinction? Instead of saying Corona harms people, Corona does harm people. Here, Corona is scary versus Corona is scary. Right? It's very subtle difference. So that's what it is. So the person, they reveal their thoughts saying, this is quotation, saying this is a quotation. I think that Corona is scary, but if you wear mask and be careful, it's okay. That's what it means. So they're more relaxed. I guess this is just one person interviewed in this article, right? Maybe you may find more people in this article, but I do notice that Korean people are very much of the mask users. Even my family, they totally believe in masks because South Korean people, they were already using masks before Corona happened, right? Because of the fine dust that comes from China, they are already using masks or the pollutions and things like that. So air quality has gone down so much over the last decades. So they have to wear a mask, otherwise they cannot go out on certain days. So because of Corona, in Western world, they started to buy masks. Probably they never wore masks ever before. They first time bought masks, right? So that's why there's some people who are resisting or they're not sure if it works and things like that. But when I talk to anyone from South Korea, they have the mindset that, oh, of course you have to wear a mask. If you go out without mask, you're like the black sheep. Everyone else is wearing one. You don't wear it, you're not being considerate. So that's their mindset. So you must. Okay? 생각하다, 생각 밝히다. 생각하다 is just to think. 생각을 밝히다. Reveal the thought. Express the thought. The dictionary form is 밝히다. Here. Okay? 밝히다. So 질문이 있으면 지금 질문하세요. 근데 질문이 없으면 this was the last sentence of the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions after live streaming is over, you can leave them comment down below. We have lives at noon on weekends. So tomorrow we have another live streaming at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So we may do another article. It could be K-pop, who knows? It could be something else. So if you want me to go through certain materials for tomorrow, you can also suggest in the comment down below. Thank you so much for spending the Saturday afternoon with me. Then see you guys tomorrow. Don't miss it. 감사합니다. 안녕. Enjoy the rest of the day.